So hello everyone and welcome back to my Unreal Engine 4 tutorial series on creating an RPG game. So last time I fixed some issues with my crouching system, so now we have this character with the ability to walk around and we can sprint, we can run, and we can now crouch as well. So I can uncrouch, can crouch again. So in today's video what I'm going to be doing is fixing some I'm going to be adding a sword, and I'll make the character equip and unequip that sword. So let's get started. So first of all, you guys may know that I have already started a Patreon. So from now onwards you can download the project files from that Patreon page. So and you can always support my videos if you like them. So and let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open up my project settings, and here inside input I'll define a new action mapping for equipping the sword. So I'll create a new action mapping and I'll call it equip, and I'll use the E key to equip our sword. So I'll close this and I'll open up my base character. If you can't remember the location, here blueprints, characters and base character. So here this is our sprinting macro. So in our event graph here, first I'll create a new graph for combat, and here in sprinting I'll categorize these variables. So I'll create a new category, I'll call it movement, and I'll put this running, crouching under this, and I'll keep these things as they are, and I'll create another variable called equipped, okay, and I'll put it under the category combat, okay. And here in our combat graph, I'll first of all, if you have selected something just like float as the variable type, make sure to set it as a boolean value because we need a boolean. So here I'll call that action mapping equip, and here when I equip the when I press the E key, I should get the not value of this equip variable as the result, not, okay, like this, and I'll run a branch. So if our equip value is true, we will equip our sword with animation. If our equip value is false, I will unequip the sword with another animation. So in order to equip and unequip the sword, I need animation, and I also need a sword. So first I'll import a sword into my engine. So in the assets folder, in models, I create a new folder called measures, and here I'll create another one called weapons, and here sword, and no, I don't need this sword folder. Here in my RPG assets pack, I have created a new folder called measures, and here in weapons I have this sword folder. Select it and drag and drop it. You can always find this folder in my RPG assets pack. So here I'll set this to create new materials and invert normal maps, okay. Make sure that skeletal mesh, this skeletal mesh tick is unticked. I don't need a skeletal mesh, so I click import all, so it will import the sword for us. So as you see here, I'll click OK. So here as you see, yeah, it's comparing the shader. So I'll move these textures into my textures folder. Something happened, okay. Yes, and I'll move this Right. Yeah, I don't need this world grid material. I'll delete this, and here I'll create a new material called sword mat. Okay, inside the sword material I'll do something just like this. I'll use a texture coordinate, not a texture coordinate, no. I'll use a texture sample. As the texture, I'll use that texture. So I'll use this one. This is oops, and I'll click apply. Give it couple of seconds so it can apply the material. The speed of this process depends on the performance of your PC. So now my one's done. Let's see. So I'll open up my sword mesh. I'll select this as sword mat. Okay, still it's compiling shader. So I have a small tip for you guys to speed up this shader compiling process. Just minimize the Unreal Engine window so you can speed up your process. So I'll refresh this couple of times and I'll wait for some time. And yes, yeah. So as I said, it's done compiling shader. So here in the sword, as you see, this is not perfect. So I'll fix this now. So the problem in this material is that the UV mapping is not good. So I'll fix that issue. But first, I'll duplicate this and I'll use the other texture as well. So here I have two textures. So I have used this sword diffuse. I'll use the second material as this. Okay, like this. And here first I'll multiply this. Multiply with a value just like 3, and I'll lerp this. That means I'll linear interpolate this, and as the A value this I'll plug the diffuse texture, and as the B value I'll plug this diffuse texture too, and as the alpha I'll minus 1 minus, and here I'll here mask, and as the A value, as the radius I'll use a constant, and here as the B value, what should I use? Yeah, as the B value I'll use another constant, and so here I'll get texture coordinate and I'll mask it. I mask the green value, mask component mask, mask the green value. I'll plug this here. Okay, now the errors are gone. So here, okay, now let's do the same thing for the normal map. So here we have the normal map. Yeah, here the normal map. I'll duplicate this and I'll take this down. I'll use the normal map, and here I don't really think I need to multiply this. I'll just do this. That means linear interpolate, and I'll plug the B value into this and the A value into this, and I plug the alpha into the same minus node. Okay, now here yeah, we have this mask part, so let's fix that UV part. So first so this is the second one. I'll add this node just like this, and I'll use this just like this, and I'll use 2 vector, and here I'll add this again. So here I'll plug this into this normal map, and here this into this. Okay, yes, that's done. So here I'll get the texture coordinate, not this, sorry, texture coordinate. Here I'll use another 2 vector, and yeah, there's something that I forgot here. This should be, I guess, this should be 0.75, not 0.75, I'll try 0.75. Okay, yeah, let's try this. Give it a couple of seconds so it can apply the material. As I said before, it depends on the speed of your computer. So yeah, now it's done compiling. Well, let's see whether this works or not. Yeah, it didn't work. Yeah, something must be wrong here. I'll quickly check. Can be wrong. Yes, this should be 0, and this should be 0.75. So here I'll apply again, and I'll see. So now let's see whether that worked or not. So yeah, still it's compiling the shredder. Wait. So I didn't load up that the test level that we created because it have a landscape, so it might slow down a bit when we are working on these materials. So I'll post the video, and when it's done compiling shredder, I will resume it. So yeah, now it's done compiling. So as you see, still it's like this. Didn't do anything. Is there? Yes. Try setting this to -1. I'll try setting this to -2 or something. Yeah, let's see. So let's see what will happen now. Hope it works. So yeah, I finally figured out the problem. So here I actually forgot to set these values, so I'll use this as 4 and 4. Yeah, and I'll try applying again. Hope it would work. I know I spent too much time working on this material, but I have to show you guys how to do it, so I took some more time on this. So yeah, let's wait till this compile. So yeah, now as you see, the material's fixed. So yeah, we finally succeed to text our sword with perfect tiling. And so guess that's it for the material. So I'll get started with my equipping system again. So here first I'll attach this sword to my character, but first with these animations I don't think I would be able to do it perfectly fine. So I'll disable the animations or pause the animations, and here I'll add a scene component like this. I'll call this sword sheath, yeah, like this, and I'll attach that static mesh. I'll call it sword. Now I'll select the sword here. Yeah, now as you see, it's done. And here in our skeleton, I'll define a socket to my to attach this sword in my character's back. So here I'll use the right shoulder. Let's see, yeah, right shoulder is good. So here I'll add a socket. I'll call that socket sword sorry for that, sword sheath. Okay, here I'll add a preview asset sword, so I can test which perfect. So I'll add a preview animation as well. I'll use the idle animation. Okay, here idle. So like this. Okay, and I'll okay, like this. Size this. Just like this. Okay, I move this. Reduce the camera speed. Okay, this might take a while. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for that. Wait. Okay, just like this. Like this. I'll rotate this. Wait. Just like this. So I'm gonna pause this video because this might take a while with the performance of my PC. So when I'm done setting up this sword, I'll restart the recording. So yeah, finally I found a good place to attach this. So now it's in place. So I'll save this, and in my base character blueprint, but first I'll close this. This. So here I'll compile this again. Here in the mesh, in the sword sheath, I'll select the socket as sword sheath. So as you see, now it's into place. I'll try playing like this. Yeah, as you you see it's in place. Oh yes, I forgot that I have to untick this force animals button. So as you see, it fits perfectly fine, but I'll implement something just like physics. I'll implement develop the physics of this sword a bit in the future, but for now I guess this is perfectly fine. But the sword can still go through our character. I'll fix that in the future. For now it's okay. So now I'll duplicate this. I'll call it sword hand. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need another one and another socket. So here I'll use my right hand for that. So the socket, I'll call it sword in hand, like this. I'll just preview method. Okay, I'll move it into the place that I need it to be. Okay, I'll rotate this. Okay, so now I'll just keep it just like that. Yeah, that's perfect. And here I'll use this socket as the sword in hand socket. I'll move this sword into this. I'll reset this just like this, and I'll play. So let's see how it looks. So yeah, it's perfect. So as you see, our sword still can go through our character, but apart from that we don't have any problems. So yeah, let's get started with equipping part. So first I'll import animation for that. So here in the movement folder I'll create another one for combat, and here inside my RPG assets, here RPG assets, so here in the characters folder, character 1 animation, here in the combat I have this equip animation. I'll select that, drag it and drop it into the combat folder, and here I'll set the night mesh. Yeah, click import all. Yeah, inside this. So here I'll create a folder for montages. Okay, I'll create an montage. I'll call it equip montage. I'll move it like this. Okay, here I have this animation. So yeah, so like this. Okay, so here in the combat graph, when this equipped one is true, but first I'll move this into a sword sheet. It should start in the character's back. So here if the equip variable is set to true, I'll play animation, montage. I'll use the equip montage, and here I'll save, compile this, and I'll play. Save and play this. Yeah, the animation is working. So now let's make the sword move into our hand. So I'll make a delay, which means a small break here. I'll use 1 second, and here I'll get my sword sheet at my sword, sword in hand. Okay, I'll move component to, oh no, not this, move actor where is that? Component. Move to, where is that node? Move So yeah, I found out the node. So it's attach component to yeah, target. The parent should be this, and here the socket name should be this. So sheet socket name. So I'll copy this. Oh no, not the sword sheet, it should be sword hand. Okay, I'll copy this, paste this, and I'll snap this to the target, and like that. After that, okay, now I'll duplicate this like this, and I'll use this as the sword sheet. Okay, here like this. Okay, like that. Snap to target. Okay, duplicate this, and yeah. Okay, so let's see whether this works or not. So yeah, now we can equip and unequip. So as you see, it's not that perfect. The delay is too much. See the duration of this animation. It's actually yeah. Let's try 0.5 seconds. Try 0.5 seconds for now. Try messing around this with these numbers a bit. Yeah, now it's perfect. Yeah, but this transition is not that good, but I'll fix that. So can mess around with yes, I forgot something. Yeah, I should move this component. I should move this. Yeah, I like it, and I'll take. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. So as you see, we have this sliding effect. So I'll fix that in the next few videos. So for now, we have this character with the ability to equip and unequip the sword. You can mess around with these positions of the sword, so you can get a better result. So guys, that's enough for this video, and see you in the next video where I will show you how to fix this sliding problem, and with some other bug fixes. Okay, then till that, goodbye, and see you in the next video.